Hey everyone, Sandy here, the Badass Business Coach, and welcome back to another episode of No More Excuses, the podcast where I do my best to slap your excuses in the face and get you moving towards real success. Yes, we are here today to, work on you personally and professionally. Yes, I am a business coach and I work with people to help them not give up on their business goals and dreams. So hopefully that's why you're here. So thank you again for being here. Thank you again for investing in you. And today I want to talk about something that's near and dear to my heart, perfectionism. I like to say I'm a recovering perfectionist, and I have been for, about 20 some years. Yes, I said it, a recovering perfectionist. Perfectionism can hold you to such high standards. However, what are you doing with that perfectionism? Perfectionism can keep you stuck. It isn't making you better. It's keeping you paralyzed. It'll get you frustrated, overwhelmed, and watching opportunities pass you by because you're too scared to take that messy action. It's not perfect enough. It's not the right time. All right. So enough of that. Today we're going to rip perfectionism to shreds and get you back on track because after all, it is the end of February. We're 2 months into the year, and you know, it's time to make shit happen. Perfectionism equals procrastination in disguise. You look like you're doing a lot, but what are you really doing? Because you're waiting for the right time, or you're making sure everything is ready before your launch. That's bullshit. You're just scared. You're scared because you don't want to fail. You don't want to look stupid. And you sure as hell don't want to deal with the discomfort of not getting it right the first time. Well, guess what? That just happens. And let me hit you with another truth bomb. Success doesn't come from waiting. It comes from doing, getting off your ass and doing something your future self will thank you for, right? I mean, that business you want to start, that project you keep tweaking but never launching, and that big goal you've been thinking about forever. None of it's happening because you're sitting in perfectionist mode, convincing yourself you're not ready. And guess what? You're never going to feel ready. You're never going to be ready. You're never going to be perfect. So just fucking do it anyway. Why? Because perfectionism is screwing you over. I have had an aunt, unfortunately, she's passed, but she was like the perfect example of perfectionism. She was constantly in education mode, which I love it. If you stop learning, you stop growing. However, I've also met a lot of coaches who needed another certification, needed this, needed that, before they just launched their freaking coaching business, before they put themselves out there to start working with clients. And you don't have to be a coach to be stuck in perfectionism mode. Can be anyone. It doesn't matter. Perfectionism leads to frustration because nothing ever feels good enough. Overwhelm because you're overthinking every damn detail. Procrastination because you can't do it perfectly. If you can't do it perfectly, why bother? Burnout because you're putting impossible pressure on yourself, and failure, not because you weren't good enough, because you were never able to take that step. You never freaking started. Sound familiar? I think so. Like I said, I'm a recovering perfectionist myself. My daughter had a first grade teacher that was all about just jumping in and doing it. And she would say, oopsies. And I'm like, oh, there are no oopsies. I'm an engineer's daughter. There is perfect. There's perfectionism. Everything has to be right. You have to know the plan. You have to know the steps. You have to know how to get from A to Z. Well, she sent home a pamphlet. I was offended. for like a hot second. I was like, did she send this home to just me? It was strive for excellence over perfection. That blew my mind after I got done being a little mad because I thought it was just for me, although it went into every kid's backpack. I took it personally. That's why I was offended. It's why I was put off by it. But then I realized, you know what? It's time to take that step. And, a few years later is when I really started getting into the strategy and consulting and coaching business. Why? Because done is better than perfect every single time. And the more I've been learning and coaching, and the more I've looked at how to launch an online course or how to launch an in-person workshop, which I've done for years, for the 13 years I've been coaching, you learn to put it out there and then tweak it. You learn to put it out there and go, okay, what is it that people want? So, you hear about beta testing all the time. Find your beta people and test it out. You hear about soft launches for restaurants or any kind of retail shop because they want to see how people react. They want to see how people interact and think and give you feedback, right? And businesses continue to grow. Just like we grow personally, we need to grow professionally as well. I mean, do you think successful people wait until everything is perfect before they make moves? No, hell no. They take action. They put out that messy first draft. They launch before they're ready. They fail, they learn, they keep going. That's how you win. So here's your wake up call. Stop tweaking, start doing. Stop planning, start executing. And stop overthinking. Just take the messy action. Because if you don't, someone else will. And I've seen that happen before. I'm like, damn it, I've been thinking about doing that. Thinking instead of doing. And you know what? They'll be the one killing it while you're still on the sidelines waiting for shit to be perfect. Breaking free from perfectionism for good. Oh, enough talking. Here's what we're going to do. What you're going to do, and what I always like to do, because I like to do things alongside you, because I said, you never stop learning. Because if you stop learning, you stop growing. So, number one, set a 24-hour rule. Got an idea? Give yourself 24 hours to take action. Take one step towards making it real. No more endless planning, just move. And that can be anything from, you know, putting it out on social media, sending an email to your email blast, sharing in a networking group about your idea, writing it out, writing the framework and the plan, and just going, okay, here's what I'm going to do. Number two, embrace imperfect action. Your first attempt will suck. Yes, it's going to suck. And that's fine. Suck now so you can be greater later. Just you got to put it out there. There are oopsies in this world. My first book, my friend who is a, I guess, editor, but she's also a writer, PR, she called me maybe a little too soon. It was okay. I love you, Jill. She called me and said, you had some typos. I'm like, fuck. Guess what? I had someone proofreading the book and they missed it too. But guess what? I went in, made those edits, and republished it on Amazon. So as people ordered it, it was better, not perfect. All right. So number two was embrace imperfect action. Number three, measure your progress, not perfection. If you're further ahead today than you were yesterday, you're winning, period. Okay. Like I said, do something your future self will thank you for. Don't just sit around and wait. It's never going to happen. Waiting sucks. Someday is not a day of the week. Okay. Think about that. Someday is not a day of the week. No more excuses. Your challenge starts now. All right. I'm not here to just talk. I'm here to push you. So here's your challenge. Besides that, 24 hours, do that. Pick one thing you've been putting off because you're waiting for it to be perfect. The perfect time, the perfect plan, the perfect verbiage, the perfect course, the perfect whatever. Then go do it. So that's your 24-hour challenge. Pick that thing that you've been putting off and take a step towards making it happen. I want to hear about it. I want to see it. I want you to post the content. Tag me, make sure you're tagging it or hashtag badass business coach. Tag me, find me, DM me, and share that post with me. Send me an email, Sandi with an I, Sandi at sandiballard.com. Launch the damn thing. Get out of your own way because you are your only competition. Yeah, there might be 100 of whoever you are. There's a gazillion coaches, but I don't worry about what they're doing. I worry about what I'm doing and my reputation and what I want to do. Because I'm for some people, I'm not for everyone. You're for some people, you're not for everyone, right? Not everyone likes McDonald's quarter pounder with cheese or Big Macs. Some people like Burger King or Carl's Jr. or In-N-Out, right? So worry about you, all right? Because at the end of the day, perfectionism won't get you success. Action will every freaking time, okay? That's it for today. This is another episode of No More Excuses. If this hits home, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Do it if it hits home with you. I appreciate, like I said, you being here for investing in you. And now is the time to get off your ass and do what? Yes. Do something your future self will thank you for. All right. If you're ready to stop overthinking and start winning, let's go. Let's do this. And if you need help, please reach out to me. I always offer a free initial 30-minute conversation. A lot can happen in 30 minutes. Trust me. I've talked to a lot of people over the years that that's all they needed. And then they got the confidence to take that first step. They got the confidence to push through, to post it. My first, very, very first coaching certification course class for the class with the course was Step Up and Stand Out. My first homework assignment was literally to send an email and post on social media that I'm now a coach. I was like, what? Like, this is my first class. Yes. Guess what? I got 3 clients off of that. 3 very good clients off of that. I got some people going, huh? You're coaching? Do you have your certification? Well, guess what? No, not yet. But I had the knowledge. I had already been a coach. I'd already been a consultant. I had already been working with people to help them grow their business in just a different way. Coaching just helped me focus on just that. So, 24-hour challenge. I want to hear what you're going to do. Direct message me, post in the comments, email me, Sandi at sandiballard.com. Again, until next time, there are no more excuses. It's time to take action and get shit done. Cheers.